Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Nice to see you on this call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, early morning. Very, very grateful to you for joining in.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we'll just start in about a couple of minutes. We're just waiting to see if a few more devotees will join.
Yes, Mataji, we can start exactly 7:25. Vishnu Priya
Okay.
Mataji, welcome.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Advaita.
Hare Krishna Advait, welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji, we can start Mataji at 7:25.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to this shloka, trying to learn shloka class, Srila Prabhupada's often quoted shlokas. And we will start the class with the invocation prayers as always. Any volunteers who would like to recite the prayers today? Okay, if nobody is volunteering, maybe I'll...
do you want me to recite these prayers, Mataji?
Yes, sure, Prabhuji.
Okay, yeah, okay. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve.
Mataji, you have to record. Sorry, I don't have the host permission. So can you please try?
Mataji, usually we don't record Mataji, it's only live, right? We're not
Oh,
saving
is it? Oh,
MP3.
sorry.
Okay, do I go ahead?
Yeah, sorry about that, Prabhuji.
No problem. Okay. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishay Shunyavadi Paschatya Destarine. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Dev, and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktarvrinda. I offer my obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vas and all other in the line of devotion. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. O Lord, O energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service. Hare Bol. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the beautiful recitation. And we will go on to our verses. I'm going to cut short a few verses today because I want to end the class sharp at 8. So please forgive me for that. There are a few verses I thought we should, revise. Yeah, maybe we will just start here. Anybody who wants to recite this verse?
Dharmasvarashita pumsam vishvakshena katasuya notpadayed yati ratim srema eva hi kevalam.
Thank you, Vinita. I thought some other person also wanted to recite, right?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I go ahead?
Yes, please go ahead, Harita.
Dharmasvanustita pumsam vishvaksena katasyuha notpadayed yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam.
Very nice, thank you. Let me just recite it once. Dharmasvanusthita pumsam vishvaksena kathasuyah notpadayed yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam. Okay, like always, we can perhaps do a quiz today, and let me, perhaps ask you some meanings of some words. Okay. What is
Mataji, may I interject for a moment?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. I am attending Sanskrit Sambhashan case by the class by Mahavidyalaya, and the Prabhuji there is an Acharya. He's teaching us some very fundamental things about reciting slokas. Right? And then what I've learned is that when you speak the slok, put proper pronunciation with the visarga there. Right? That, like say, Dharmaha svanusthitaha punsam visvaksena katha suyaha notpadyed yadiratim srama evahi kevalam. So if we recite it in the exact way, then it kind of is easy to pronounce properly and remember it also. This was what I learned in last 1 or 2 weeks, because previously I was just going so fast, and I was missing visarg like that. So my question, I'm joining it for the first time, this, so I don't know. Is it for adults and children and everyone in this class?
Yeah, I just left it open because, children have a great grasping, power at that young age. So they would in turn motivate the adults to also learn.
Yeah, that's right.
And for some reason, adults, with their other responsibilities and age, it's not so easy to catch on. So I thought one would motivate the other. So
that's right. So mostly the students and the children are from India or all over the world?
Mostly from here and India? Maybe all over from.
Okay. So my another suggestion was that if people, students in India, especially young guys are from India, then it's good to write also in Sanskrit, so that they can read it and interconnect with the Hindi language like that, and then learn like that. And these are my just suggestion. I'm just new to this, so I was just trying to.
No, wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you.
I'm just putting my input here because I have also taught some young people long back about Sanskrit and all that, but because I'm in Western country, most of them, they're not familiar with Hindi or Sanskrit like that. But at least they grasp the meaning of some of the slokas like that. So that's what.
Yeah, we have a special Sanskrit class for kids.
Oh, you
too.
have? I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
So,
So
where
that's
they
good.
teach, everything. So this is just to learn shlokas for preaching
Slokas.
purposes.
Okay.
So we're just
That's very
focusing
good.
on that.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, and
Very
just
good.
one more thing. Like you said, the visarga, dharmaha, swanushtitaha,
Mhm.
that is generally used when you say the word by itself. But when you are trying to say a full line, you don't use the visarga unless it appears at the end of it. That's how we learned it. So,
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah. So I mean, because dharma swanushtita pumsam, that's how you would say it, because you're saying it all together. But if you were to split each word, dharmaha, swanushtitaha, pumsam, like that, then we use the visarga. But when you say it together, the visarga is kind of silent there.
So when you are singing, you just keep it
Yes,
adhyahara like that. I see.
Yeah, but then towards the end, if it appears like Vishvaksena Katha Suyaha, there you have to put the visarga, because you're kind of giving a logical pause there. Then Notpadayet Yadiratim Shrama Eva Hi Kevalam. So that's how we learned it. And
that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the quiz session. So what does the word Shrama mean? Anybody?
Hard work.
Labor.
Yeah, very good. Labor. Wonderful. Yes. And what does Swanushtitaha mean?
One's own position.
Yeah. And what was the clue I gave for Swanushtitaha? Vinita, I gave you a clue last time. Yeah, like we say in Hindi, sthan, right? Sthita, kahin sthit ho, sthan ho. Like, like we try to, even in many South Indian languages, sthanam means the place. Swanushtita means in one's own position, like that. So if we can relate, it's kind of easy for us to remember, right? And what is notpadayet?
Doesn't produce anything. Now,
yeah. And it is a sandhi. It's we are combining what words here? Na and utpada, right? Utpada means to produce and na means does not. Notpadayed yadi ratim shrama eva hi kevalam. So, even if we carry on with our dharma svanushtita pumsam, so in our own positions, if we continue to do the dharma, but if it does not give rise to notpadayed yadi ratim, to whom Vishvaksena is the name of Krishna, is being used here. If you do not get the love of Godhead, then it is just a useless labor. That's what it is being told in this beautiful shloka. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Who wants to recite this one? Anyone? Vishnu Priya Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dharmasya hyapavargasya nato artayopakalpate nartasya dharmaikantasya kamo labhaya hi smritaha.
Beautiful, Mataji. Any words that stand out to you, or would you like to conduct a quiz?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. What is pavargasya?
Papa, Baba, Ma.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody know what they stand for? Papa, Baba, Ma?
Pa is parishrama. Pa is like a fan nikal jana from that much work hard. Pa fa ba means book distribution. Pa fa ba ba means I forgot ba Mataji. Pa fa
yeah, ba is vyartatha. Very nice, Mataji. Go ahead. Yeah, vyartatha.
Pa fa ba ba. Yes, ba is like a janma mrityu jaravadi. Pa fa ba ba ma is a mrityu. Pra fa ba ba ma. And
yeah, bha is bhaya. And
bhaya.
like you said, yeah, bhaya and ma is mrityu. Very nice. So, Mataji, go ahead with your quiz.
Thank you, Mataji. Dharmasya means what?
Occupational duty.
Yes, Mataji. What does the word kama refers to here?
Sense gratification.
Sense gratification, desires.
Yes, Mataji. Now, what does the word refers to artha here?
Engage. I'm right.
Anyone else?
Money. Right?
Yeah,
Money
there are
is
two.
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
there are two different artha here. One is the ending and one is the money. Yes, material gain. Yes.
Yeah, we have that shloka also, right, in Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. Artho arthati jigyasam jnani cha bharatarshava. So artho artharthi.
Yeah, 4 kinds of people. Yeah. One who wants money. Yeah.
Money, artharthi, who is in distress, like that. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, if we try to relate, it kind of gives us some kind of a clue, right? Yeah.
Smritaha means what?
Remembering.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. That's
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so anybody wants to tell what this verse is talking about? So all our occupational engagements, they should be geared towards apavargyasya, not like pavargyasya, not like towards material gratification, sense gratification, but they should be apavargyasya, to attain liberation. Pavarga means material realm, apavarga means spiritual liberation. Narthasya dharma kantasya kamo labhaya hi smrtaha, and they should not be this should never be used to never use material gain to cultivate sense gratification, like the translation says. Okay, we'll move on to the next verse. We'll just recite again once. Dharmasya hyapavargyasya narthorthayopakalpate narthasya dharmaikantasya kamo labhaya hi smritaha. Okay. Okay, anybody wants to take a jab at this verse?
I will do it.
It's an easy one.
Vadanti tattvavida tattvam yat jnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaneti shakyati.
Thank you, Mataji. Any words stand out to you from this verse?
Vadanti, it is said, tattva, with absolute truth. Tattvam yat jnanam advayam, that is non-dual. That absolute truth that is non-dual is as Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan.
Very nice. Yeah, Tattva Vidaha, knowers of the absolute truth. Vidushi, like we say, with the knowledge. Tattva Vidaha means knowers of the absolute truth. And what do they say? Tattvam jnanam advayam. They say it's non-dual. Dvaya means two. Advaya means one, like non-dual. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti Shabdite. So they say that all these three are the aspect of the same supreme absolute truth. Okay, thank you, Mataji, for that beautiful. Yeah, this one. Anybody wants to recite this verse?
May I, Mataji?
Yes, please go ahead, Mataji.
तच्छ्रद्धानमुनयो ज्ञानवैराग्ययुक्तया पश्यन्ति आत्मनि चात्मानां भक्त्या श्रुतगृहीतया.
Very nice, Mataji. You want to do a quiz on this verse?
Yes, Mataji, I'll try. What's the meaning of Shraddha?
Anybody? Shraddha means what?
Having faith.
Very nice. Yeah, so that's what it means. That's Shraddhadhana. Go ahead, Mataji.
And means what this verse is talking about, like means we should have faith in with faith what comes, means if we talk about like any guess from the lines which are there in the shloka?
With faith, jnana.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you get the knowledge, then you automatically develop the detachment.
Yeah, Gyan and Vairagya both comes. Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Then by detachment, you get
huh,
bhakti.
yeah,
It's the other way around.
Wrong, I said wrong.
No, ma. It's like when you do bhakti, then these things, jnana, vairagya, will automatically, come.
Oh, okay, got it, Mataji, got it. Okay.
and
By the faith, you get bhakti. That's how you have to say. How do I say that?
Yeah, basically this verse is talking that, tachar dadhana muneyo, like sincere seekers, or serious devotees, muneyo, jnana vairagya yuktaya. So they're using yuktaya means they're employing or using jnana vairagya. Pashyanti atmani chatmanam. So what do they see? Pashyanti atmani chatmanam. So what does it mean? So inside their heart, they're able to see the super soul. Bhaktya Shruta Grihitaya. So a person who's, the well-versed Shruta Grihitaya, who can understand this knowledge of the absolute truth. So what do? They can see Pashyanti Atmani Chatman. That's what this verse is saying.
Thank you, Mataji, for explaining.
Thank you. Sorry, Mataji, if I took over. Yeah.
no, it's okay, Mataji.
Okay, who would like to recite this verse?
Mataji, can Advait try?
Yeah, go ahead, Advait.
Ata pumbe dvija shweta varana swama vigagasaha swanustita yasya dharmasya samsiddhi hari toshanam. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Advait. Very nice try. Okay, who wants to take a jab at this verse?
I can go.
Okay, sure.
अटपुंभिर्द्विजश्रेष्ठा वर्णाश्रम विभागशः स्वनुष्ठितस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर्हरितोषणम्.
The words are kind of easy, right? We saw Swanushthitasya already. So you all know what it means, right? Swanushthitasya. We just saw another verse with this word.
Situated in the position.
Very nice, yeah. And dharmasya also. It's very commonly we are learning.
Occupational duty.
Wonderful. And what is Dvija Shrestha? Who is it referring to?
Twice born.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah. The twice born are like Brahmins, like they're called Dvija, and Shrestha means
First class.
Yeah, Shrestha, topmost, like that. Ata Pumbhir Dvija Shrestha means oh, best among the twice born men. Ata Pumbhir. Pumbhir means like men, like that. Dvija Shrestha Varnashrama Vibhagashaha. Varnashrama means what?
Classes and division of society.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. So Varnas and Ashramas, the 4 Varnas and Ashramas, Vibhagashaha.
Classification.
Very good. Yeah. Varnashrama Vibhagashaha means classification of the 4 orders of society. Very nice. So Anushthitasya Dharmasya, that is when you're situated in your own position in your occupational duties, what happens?
Samsiddhir Haritoshanam.
Very nice. Haritoshanam. Toshana is derived from what word? Like very commonly we say Santosh, right? We say, right? Haritoshanam, for the pleasure. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. So Hari will be pleased, and it is you can attain the perfection of Haritoshanam by doing what? By following the principles of Varnashrama. Yeah. Very nice, beautiful verse, right? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, who wants to recite this verse? Please go ahead, Prabhu.
तस्माद् एकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्य च ध्येय पूज्य च नित्यदा.
Thank you, Prabhu. Do you want to do a quiz on this?
Sure, Mataji. Ekena manasa. What does it mean?
Eka means?
One and means one pointed attention.
Very nice, yeah.
Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi.
Is the Lord of the
Sorry, not audible.
So the Lord is what? What is the Lord? I mean, described as here?
Satvatampati means the protector of his devotees.
Yeah, Pati, like we say Prajapati, and so many words. Pati means like the protector or one who takes care, right? Like that. Satvatam is?
Devotees of Lord Krishna.
Yes, very nice. Yeah. Satam prasanga mama virya sannido. Like that. Satam, Satvatam, all these, the same root word, Satvatam. So it refers to devotees, like you rightly said. Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
What are the three qualities mentioned here in this shloka to worship Lord Krishna?
Aren't four mentioned?
Four, there are four. Sorry.
Okay.
Glorifying, hearing, remembering, worshipping.
Wonderful, Vinita. Thank you so much. Yeah. Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana. Right? So Shrotavya.
And Nityada also. Nityada.
Yeah. Nityada is like eternally engaged in these processes, right? Nityada. And Nitya means like eternally engaged or always engaged. Yeah. Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, like we say. Always we need to do this. What we need to do, Vinita, you rightly said. Shrotavya is Shravanam. Kirtitavyascha Kirtanam. Dhyeya is like Smaranam. Pujas is worshipping. Very nice. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that beautiful quiz and for beautiful answers.
Mataji, can I read?
Yeah, go ahead. You want to? Okay, yeah, you can read that shloka, Mata.
तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतापतिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयं पूज्यश्च नित्यदा. Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Thank you, Mata. Wonderful.
Mataji, can I try?
Yes, please go ahead, Advait.
तस्माद् एकान मनसा भगवान् सात्वतं पतिः श्रोतव्या कीर्तितस्य ध्येया पूजया च नित्यदा. Thank you, Mataji.
Dhyeya pujascha nityada.
Dhyeya pujasya nityada.
Beautiful, Advait. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else wants to recite? This is a recitation class, so please feel free and recite as many times as you want. That's the idea for this class. Anybody
Sure,
else?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पति श्रोतव्यकीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येय पूजश्च नित्यदा.
Thank you, Mataji. Somebody else wanted to recite?
Yes, Mataji, can I go ahead?
Please, please. Yeah.
तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः
Shrotavya.
श्रोतव्यकीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयपूजश्च नित्यदा.
Beautiful. Very nice, Mataji. Very nice. Yeah, please keep listening to the verses as we listen more, every day morning. Like I said, every day, if we can write once the verse of the week, and then also listen to it like every day for just 5 minutes, it will really help us remember. Krishna will give us the remembrance, actually. So just a simple exercise of 10 minutes. That's all we need to spend. Write it down once. And when you're writing it down, like in the last page of this PowerPoint slide, I have given the, listening and the writing exercise. So you can just write down the verse like 3 times or 5 times And as you write, please recite the verse and also listen to the recording, the verse recording. That way it will just stay with us, right?
Sure,
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thanks so much. Yeah. Anybody else wants to recite?
Shall I recite, Mataji?
Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतं पते श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च देह पूजश्च नित्यदा.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji, can I try?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Tasmad ekena manasa Bhagavan Sattvatam Patihi Sotravya Kirtitavyascha Dehe Pujasya Nityada.
Wonderful. Dhyeya Pujasya Nityada. Very nice. Okay, shall we go for today's verse? Anybody wants to recite after me? I'm gonna go word by word.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha Karma Granthi Nibandhanam Yeah. Chindanti Kovidas Tasya Kona Kuryat Katharatim Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha Karma Granthi Nibandhanam Chindanti Kovidas Tasya Kona Kuryat Katharatim. Very nice. Is everybody comfortable with the words? Do you want me to repeat any of the word?
Please repeat again, Mataji.
Yeah, I'll be reciting the verse 3 more times, but I'll repeat one more time.
Thank you.
Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha Karma Granthi Nibandhanam Chindanti Kovidas Tasya Kona Kuryat Katharatim. Very nice. Now, shall we recite it in the tune? Okay.
Sure.
Yes, thank you. Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha
Yad Anudhyasina Yukta
Karma Granthi Nibandhanam
Karma Granthi Nibandhanam
Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha Karma Granthi Nibandhanam Chindanti Kovidas Tasya Kona Kuryat Katharatim Chindanti Kovidas Tasya Kona Kuryat Katharatim Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha Karma Granthi Nibandhanam Chindanti Kovidas Tasya Kona Kuryat Katharatim Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha Karma Granthi Nibandhanam Chindanti Kovidas Tasya Kona Kuryat Katharatim Yad Anudhyasina Yuktaha Karma Granthi Nibandhanam Chindanti kovidastasya.
Chindanti kovidastasya.
Kona kuryat katharatim.
Kona kuryat katharatim.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody wants to recite the verse?
I can go, Mataji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yad anutyasina yukta karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat kataratim.
Beautiful, Mataji. Anybody else wants to go?
May I, Mataji?
Yeah, please go ahead.
It's okay. Another Mataji was there. She can recite first. After that,
No,
I
beta,
recite.
you go ahead, beta. I will go after you.
Thank you, Mataji. Yad anudhyasina yukta karma granthi nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat katharatim.
Very nice, Mataji. Thank you. Like, Prabhuji, Prahladananda Prabhuji was saying, if we can give the stress on the visarga in the end syllable, it will be really nice. But it's great, Mataji. What you recited is great. If you
Okay,
can give
Mataji,
stress
I'll
on
take care.
yuktaha, like that, it'll be
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for that input. Yeah, who else wants to go ahead?
Shall I recite, Mataji?
Yes, please. Yeah. Whoever.
Yes. Yad anudarshana yukta karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat kataratim.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice. Vrinda Gopika Mataji, you want to try?
Thank you, Mataji. Yat anudyasina yukta karma granthi nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kurya katharitam. Mataji, last word, can you please repeat?
Kona kuryat katharatim.
Kona kurya katharatim. Thank you,
Very
Mataji.
nice, Mataji. Thank you. Vishnupriya Mataji, you want to recite?
Yes, Mataji. Yad anudyasina yukta karma grandhi nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat katharatim.
Very nice. Some more people have raised their hands.
Mataji, can I try?
Yeah, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yadanudhyasina yukta karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat kataratim. Vrinda want to say, Mataji.
Yes, go ahead.
Yadanudhyasina yukta karma granti nibandhanam chinnadanti kovidastasya kona kuryanti kataratim.
She was not there, Mataji. She just read.
Very nice.
Vrunda beta.
Yeah, just a couple of points. Yuktaha, we see the hyphen over the A, so it's a long syllable, yuktaha. Similarly for kovidas, you see the A on the A, there's a dash, like a hyphen there, so it's a long syllable, okay? We can remember. So these two things, if we can, all of us can try to, perhaps pronounce that like that. Very nice. I think Bharat Prabhu raised his hand. Can you please go ahead, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Yat anudhyasina yukta karma granthi nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat katharatim.
Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. I think it's a good time to delve into some meanings, right? Here, any words stand out to any of you here?
Kovida.
Yeah, Kovida, what does that mean?
A learned person even in the midst of COVID.
Okay. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. Kovida, like Preeti rightly said, it means like an expert or like a learned person, right? We hear this word very commonly used, right? Natya Kovida, they say, or Gana Kovida, like a Vidushi, like a Kovida, like that. So like Mataji said, Kovida means like an expert who is very knowledgeable in the subject. And very nice. Any other words stand out to any?
Chindanti.
Sorry? Chindanti, yes. What does that mean?
To cut into pieces.
Very nice. Where have we seen this word in some other shloka also?
I don't know. I remember in
Bhagavad Gita Mataji, Nainam Chindanti Satkani.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very nice. Yeah. 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 Bhagavad Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. Nainam Dahati Pavakaha. Nachainam Kledayantya. Nashoshayati Marutaha. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji, for referring that one. So Chindanti, the word itself kind of, it makes like chinna bhinna, they say. No, I don't know if you say in Tamil, we say chinna bhinna makita. Like, like they just tore it into pieces like that. So that chindanti, you can try to relate like something cutting into pieces like that, So it's kind of a destructive kind of a word, if that sounds like that to you. So all these kind of silly cues I'm just giving for trying to remember. So it's not like very technical or like that, but just something that can help us remember the words. So okay, any other words which stand out to you? They're easy words here. Yeah, please go ahead, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yukta Mataji.
Yeah, yukta means what?
Joining na Mataji.
Yeah, yukta means to engage in, right?
Engage
Yeah,
in,
like
okay.
you said, yeah,
Connected.
the root word is to join, like in devotional service, to engage in devotional service, or to link, like you rightly said. Very nice, Prabhu. Yes, wonderful. Anybody else? Somebody was saying something.
Okay, I would like to stress on asina. Asina is the instrument with which you cut. The what we call the knife or the talwar, we call it.
Sure,
so yad anudyasina yukta. Who are these? The Kovidas. They are yukta means equipped with this asina, with which they chindanti. What do they chindanti? Karma granthi. So this is how the Anvaya is there, right?
Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Right.
Anudhyasina, so dhya, like by the remembrance, they use the power of this remembrance, of the Lord or the knowledge of the Lord. With that, they, like Prabhuji said, yuktaha, by using that, they cut chindanti. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji, for that. And what is karma granthi nibandhanam? Anybody wants to take a jab at it?
Release the knots of karma.
Yeah, very good. Granthi is not. Very nice. Thank you. Karma granthi means?
Karma means the work we do, right?
Yeah, karma. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, karma granthi nibandhanam means?
Bandhanam means bondage and nibandhanam means non-bondage. Or how it is?
Yeah, nibandhan also means, kind of bondage.
The
like,
rules.
Yeah, karma granthi nibandhan. So we are tied, right, in this knots of material, materialism like that. So karma granthi nibandhanam. What happens then? Like Pralananda Prabhuji was saying, anudhyasina, with that weapon of knowledge or remembrance. What do? Chindanti.
Cut into pieces.
Yeah, cut into pieces. Who does that? The Kovidas, the experts, right? And then tasya kona kuryat katharatim. So by, just by, yeah, please go ahead.
Attraction for katha.
Yeah, very good. Katharatim means attraction. Yeah, rati means attraction.
Taste we saw last time, and your attraction. Yeah, all of that was. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so with this knowledge, when you when these Kovidas or these experts are able to cut these knots of bondage or material bondage, so why will they not be more kona kuryat katharatim? Why will they not be more eager to listen to the Krishna Katha, right? So the eagerness will increase, right, as they are getting cutting off all these knots. So that's what this verse actually means. So how will such a person, this kind of an expert, not take in listening more to Krishna Katha? That's what it means. That's why I was kind of saying it in like a questioning fashion. Kona kuryat katharatim? Why? Kona kuryat? Kaha? Who? Kaha? Ko is derived from kaha. Kaha means who. Na kuryat. Kurya, kurvanti. What is the root word there? Kuru. Tata, tathechasi, tatha kuru. We have heard all this, right? So kuru means to do, right? So kona kuryat katharatim, who will not, engage, who will not get the taste for the katha, more taste for the katha. That's what this verse means. So I put this kind of a funky picture here for knots of karma, karma granthi. I hope that's some kind of a silly clue. Let's move on to see and learn what Srila Prabhupada is translating as Yat, which Anudhya, remembrance, Asina, sword, like Prabhuji said, Yuktaha, being equipped with or engaging with, Karma, reactionary work, like Vinita said, Granthi, not, Nibandhanam, internet, internet, like Prabhuji was saying, bonded or internet, Chindanti, cut, Kovida, the intelligent, Tasya, his, Tasya, this is the word referring to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's a capital H. His, who, kaha, who, na, not, kuryat, shall do, katha, messages, ratim, attention. With sword in hand, intelligent men cut through the binding knots of reactionary work by remembering the personality of Godhead. So what is the sword being referred to here as? The sword of
knowledge.
Yeah, remembrance, remembrance or knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dhya, like we say dhyanam, right? Dhyanam means like to remember the Lord, right? To meditate on him. So that root word is anudhya. Dhya means eternal remembrance. Anu means like always doing something, right? Anudhya. So dhya, if you remember, that is remembrance. Okay. Dhya, anudhya. So by remembering the Supreme Lord, always anudhya, by using this weapon, the sword of remembrance, what can we do? We can cut through the binding knots of reactionary work, karma. And therefore, who will not pay attention to his message? So it is so simple, right? All you need to do is lend your ears to Krishna Katha and, meditate on it, right? So it's a simple process which is given by Srimad Bhagavatam. We don't have to do much special, except that we listen to Krishna Katha, and then all these things automatically happen, right? Very sweet verse. Anybody has any questions on this verse?
Mataji, I have a question. Even though it is so simple, Mataji, but practically, like if you see, so many millions of people are there, but only very few percentage of devotees are there. So why it's so simple, but not everyone is accepting. Why, Mataji?
Yeah, karma granthi. We are all bonded, we are in the knots of this karma, right? We think that is life, right? So unless we are shaken up by a guru or, or by a saintly person, it kind of doesn't occur to us. Like, remember yesterday in the Ishopanishad, the class, I was saying, Shushrusho Shraddhadhanasya, and you have to do seva. The verse says that, these persons who are devoted to the Supreme Shushrusho Shraddhadhanasya, who are always, doing devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what do we need to do? Mahat Seva Vipraha. So we have to serve them. Then only we will get what? Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi will manifest. Only then we will get the taste to even hear, listen to the Katha. So unless we do the service to like saintly people, we cannot even get the taste, right? So that is the problem. But fortunately, because of Srila Prabhupada, devotees are going everywhere, right? All around the world trying to distribute mercy, even though, many times they suffer a lot, right? Some devotees were beaten up. They were put in jail, they were put in prisons, but still they didn't stop preaching. They continued to preach Srila Prabhupada's message because they have such a magnanimous, benevolent heart. They're so eager to give this, to everybody. They go on streets, do Harinam, they distribute Prashadam, books, transcendental literature. How many devotees, brahmacharis are engaged in, book distribution, they live such an austere life and they're so happily giving it away to everybody, right? So fortunately for us, Srila Prabhupada has spread this everywhere, and we hope and pray that everybody can take to this, right?
And it is applicable to us only, Mataji. Sorry. This is only applicable to when we say remembering the personality of Godhead. Okay, we are into certain dharma or religion. we remember Lord Krishna. But others also, they remember their own God. So they also cut the karma granthi, Mataji, or how it is, or only we need means to accept the Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then only will be nullified with the karmas, or how it is.
Yes, Prabhu. In this context, this Srimad Bhagavatam is a Krishna Katha, basically. So in this context, we are specifically, like you said, we are referring to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Srila Prabhupada has said on several occasions that if one follows, his or her religion faithfully and, to the word, then they can also attain the mercy of the Lord, and perhaps they will get to know, maybe in the next birth, they will take to Krishna consciousness or know more in depth, because the Vedic scriptures give more details into the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the highest knowledge, it's the highest knowledge available. So no wonder you see Westerners, all kinds of peoples, all faiths, even like Christians, Muslims, everybody is taking to Krishna consciousness, because it is like gives the topmost knowledge, right, about Krishna, and the practice is so sublime that it attracts everybody. So eventually, yes, if they have such faith, like it's also said that, if they are worshippers of demigods, or, if they're worshippers of Shiva, like that, then the demigods will then show them the way to Krishna consciousness eventually. Yeah, but Prabhupada said that even if you are a true Christian, be a true Christian, thou shalt not kill. So you should not be killing and eating meat. So follow all those, the rules of testament seriously. That's what Srila Prabhupada said.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah, but this is the highest knowledge. Even within this knowledge, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave even higher, like the Krishna Prema, that Madhurya Bhava, which is actually taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is even higher, than it's very sublime, the topics like which we have got so easily, actually, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and, all the acharyas. So yeah, it's this very profound knowledge. Sometimes I feel I don't, kind of even understand what I've got. It's like a priceless gem, like a diamond in our hands, but I'm not even recognizing the worth of it, like that. Yeah, it's very, very, very high level knowledge. So sometimes, yeah, people who are more into material things may not take to it, like, for example, somebody whose consciousness is developed only, like we can say like a kindergartner child, he or she can understand only that much, right? So as they grow and, their intelligence improves, they can understand more detailed subject matters, like, they can do calculus and things like that. So similarly, for somebody who is not in that level of consciousness, they may not take readily and understand the the actual beauty or the actual importance of Krishna consciousness, but we have seen, right, so many people are taking, like Westerners, all kinds of people take to it. I mean, it's so attractive. So
yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Even I face the similar situations, Mataji. Even I tried to tell most of my relatives, you please become Krishna conscious, try to chant and all. I keep on telling most of the close people to me, but they know, like, it is we need to remember God, and that is our goal of our life, but still they are not able to do that. So sometimes even I checked with Vinita Gandharika Mataji also, like, so many people are in Bhakti Sangha groups, like 6-7 groups, but in the Bhagavatam we see only like 40 people, 50 people are joining. So that then I feel very bad, like, so many people are there in a Sangha, but why they are not joining the Bhagavatam class? That's what I feel.
yes, Mataji, it's kind of a busy life too, and people are there all over the world, right? I mean, the people who join, maybe the timing is not convenient, but yeah, many people do listen to lectures, YouTube recordings. I think Vinita, she keeps a track, right? She tells Mataji, so many people they viewed your video, like that. Yeah, I think they are keeping track. But yeah, I mean, it's a busy life too for people, and perhaps they're listening to some other Krishna Katha also, yeah. But
Yeah, maybe that's right, Mataji. That way I'm mistaken. So I'm sorry for that. But sometimes
oh no,
when
that's
I
okay.
see that, that's what I get that feeling. Yeah, that's true, Mataji, what you told. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that you're looking out for people and you want more to listen and get the benefit. That's a very nice heart, Mataji. There.
Can I put some input
Please,
in this?
Prabhuji, go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. In this slok, the most important thing is katharati, right? That how we develop the rati in katha instead of gramya katha. Krishna katha is what we can develop in our eagerness for it, or more time for Krishna katha than like that. So in the 10th canto also, Sukdev Goswami he's telling the king that samyak vyavisthahi buddhi rajarsito sattama vasudev kathayamte yer jatan naisthiki rati. So he's congratulating for the king who is developing katharati. So the goal, actually what I want to achieve is to maximize my interest in Krishna katha as opposed to all this material gramya katha, which are all temporary and which do not help the soul in getting out of birth and death. So that's why he said that Kovidas, they tasya hetu prayatet kovido. That's also Bhagavatam sloka.
Yeah, tasya hetu.
So that Kovidas, they are very selective, just like Paramhans. They said Hansas are the ones who can take out milk from the mixed water and milk like that. So this is why this slok is such a diamond slok, Kona Kuryat Katharati. That's what I wanted to say.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you for sharing your realizations. Yeah, the more we discuss, we tend to remember also, right? Very beautiful. And thank you for that references to the other shloka, which talks about glorifying Katharuchi in the king, and also.
Also, we saw Sramevi Kevalam. Just now we saw it, right?
Yeah, very nice. Okay, are there any more questions or comments? Okay, Vanda Mataji, it's great you could join via YouTube. Wonderful, Mataji. Thank you for your association always. And okay, if there are no more questions,
Hare Krishna Mataji, just a humble suggestion, if you can take, can we start on any weekday or any weekend, like the Bhagavad Gita Shloka class separately, or Chaitanya Charitamrita also, so that we'll be able to cover side by side all. If we can do, means.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, the suggestions have been coming in for a long time. Maybe we will discuss with the organizers, because all the evening slots are full too. And, but definitely, Mataji, thank you so much for your suggestion. We will discuss with the organizers, like, Preeti Mataji, Vinita Mataji, and the others. And we'll try to get back. I mean, there have been so many requests, like practically, I know Nitya Narasimha Prabhu, Mataji, we need to have class every day, like that. So I so much appreciate and value all your enthusiasm, but we're just trying to see how practical, because we have all classes lined up during all the weekdays. And weekends, is usually family time and people are busy with their kids and things like that. So, and also the organizers, they need some time off, they're Monday to Friday, they are on call, like Vinita Mataji from morning 3:30 to night. She's always on the call doing so many services. So definitely we will talk to the organizers, Mataji, and we will get back. Yeah, sorry if I'm not able to give you an immediate answer.
It's okay, Mataji. I can understand.
May I ask a question, Mataji, here?
Yes,
I just joined today only, and I liked the way the previous slokas were like that. So this is the first canto, second chapter, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
And we have done some also for first chapter also?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So is it anywhere I can, have all the slokas like PowerPoint or somewhere? or it's not
Yes,
possible?
Prabhuji. I have sent it earlier, but I will resend again.
Prabhuji, I think you are not there in that WhatsApp group. This is a separate WhatsApp group we have.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is the Wednesday.
In which Bhakti Sangha group you are in, Prabhuji?
I'm with this Sangh, Japa Sangh.
Yeah, number, what WhatsApp group number? There are numbers, right? Bhakti Sangha 1, 2, 3, 4.
Vinita, you just take his contact and just add, no?
Yeah, that is also there, and I can send the link over there in that group so she can.
Okay.